Hello everyone, today we're going to be creating a scrapbook layout. I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. The first thing you're going to need is of course your picture. I printed mine at 5x7. You're also going to need clear embossing powder. You're going to need peeled paint and basic brown. You're also going to need some Versamark ink. 2 stamp blocks. I'm using one that has just random letters, actually more like a phrase or a poem or something, and then one that has flowers. And you're also gonna need some swirls and a white cardstock. Alright, any kind of cardstock will do. So the first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna create a border here. Let me push all this to the side. I'm gonna take the tools that I'm gonna need, which is this, and this. I went ahead and I put an impression here so that I will know exactly where I have to ink and it doesn't come out all crooked. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from this corner here. I'm gonna use my T-square here, my black, my stamping ink, and I have one, and I'm gonna come over here and do the same thing for the other one. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to, you're gonna get something like this. So let's move on. Okay, and we have our border here. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the top. Okay, now that we have our beautiful border here, right? Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna be creating some swirls on this side and on this side. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take, and we're gonna do the same technique with the embossing powder. Alright, so we're gonna end up with something, I don't know if you can see that, but you will see it once we add the peel paint over this entire background. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my letters now, and I'm gonna add them randomly across the page, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. So let me put this away. We're gonna take our peel paint and we're gonna go all around. Kind of leaving the middle a little bit white to blend with the picture of the snow, but everything else is gonna be colored. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. Whoops, sorry about that. Okay, so what I'm gonna add is a border. I went ahead and I cut this border that I have, and I'm gonna place it about, I would say about there. I notice it sticks out a little bit, so let me go ahead and cut that out. Let me get something like that. Now we're gonna mount that picture. I'm gonna distress it too. So I have this Cajun Company piece of cardstock, and it has some embossing already in it. And I'm going to first distress it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna distress it and then ink it. That's what I'm gonna do. And this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to distress it with some of this ink, and if it doesn't show, I'll go for a darker green. Oh no, it would show. There you go. Looks very nice. We get something like this. Alright, so let me go ahead and put my picture down. Although we're not finished, but let me get my tape. So it's gonna be off center. Okay, so I'm gonna cut out two. It's gonna go in each corner. I'm gonna cut out two snowflakes, and I'm gonna go ahead and I might emboss them. Let me see what I'm gonna do. I haven't quite decided yet, but yeah, definitely two snowflakes along with some flowers that's gonna go around there. Some leaves, some small flowers coming down here also, and then a word here, a title. Right, so let me go ahead and I'm gonna take you to my Cricut and where we're gonna cut out some snowflakes. Okay, so I'm gonna use my gypsy to find my snowflake. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna choose the Disney Pooh and Friends cartridge. That one does have the flakes. So let me go. Use this one. Okay, so I'm gonna select two of them. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna print them around 2 inches just to see. So we're gonna go here. We're just gonna choose 2 inches. Oops. And here is our snowflakes. So I'm gonna send this to the machine and get it printed. Okay, so I'm back. I went ahead and I cut my snowflake, cut 2 of them, and then I went ahead and I was looking for some flowers. So I found just some Prima flowers that I have, some tiny Primas, these little ones here, and I'm just gonna attach them here. And then I have some leaves that I'm also gonna be attaching to my look. I went ahead and I used my cutter bug and one of their dies, little swirls here that I want to be using. And I also went ahead and I cut some, I used my home decor cartridge and I cut out some swirls, 1 inch and 2.5 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this out. Take this out actually. Okay. I'm gonna be using some, I just purchased this not long ago, some of the walnut ink, and I'm gonna use the darkest one for the swirls, and let me see what else I'm gonna do. And this one, I'm gonna use it on this one. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. So the first thing, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna color my flower. And I just want a little bit of green on this one. So I'm gonna take my little box here. I don't want before my layout gets all ruined. Let me push that to the side. I have so many things to do in my desk and I can't find nothing. Okay. So this is just a glitter mist that I mixed before. I did a video on it, how you can make your own. So I'm gonna just lightly squirt that in there. And we get something with a lot of shimmer, something like that. And this are gonna go together. So I'm gonna have the white, then I'm gonna have the green overlapping each other, and then I'm gonna have the little tiny prima coming down like that. And then I'm just gonna hit it with some more shimmer. Let me see what else I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this one. So for this, what I'm gonna be doing, let me see, we're gonna take what will be the best approach. You know what? Let me spray it first. That's what I'll do. That way the letters don't get all smeared. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of the darker one, just a little bit, something like that. And let me go ahead and dry this. It kind of gives it like a little bit of a rustic look to it. And then what I'm gonna take my letters here. So I'm gonna take my brown. I'm gonna ink it real good. And then I'm gonna come down and ink my letters. And you get something that looks like this. And that's what I'm gonna use down here. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's use this one. Okay. Something like that. And then we're gonna use my okay. So again, we get this rusty look here. And I'm actually going to put that up here, like that. So I'm going to put the leaf coming up like that, my snowflake, and my little design right there. So yeah, I kind of like the way that looks better. Not too much drama.